Welcome to the live stream. It is Tuesday, November 15th. It is halfway through the month of November. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I see a few of you guys here. Let's see if we can put the chat on the screen here right away and give you a shout out. Freddie got here really early tonight. Hey, Freddie, how's it going? No clue where the logo's at. Let's get that logo on the screen here. Not sure what's going on there, but good to have you, Freddie. And thank you very much for that little shout out. 1,500 subscribers now. Woohoo! So we will eventually do a special little deal in the next probably 4 or 5 days because of hitting that mark. Just want to make sure that we stay over it. So anyway, shout out to you, Freddie. It's good to have you. Thank you so much for your kind words always about our channel. Yeah, the Skycam is active, and it's good to see you there, TVJ. Good stream. The other day, or last night, I got a chance to check out part of it. Had a whole house full of people, so I was multitasking, but good to have you here tonight, and hopefully some more folks will join us tonight. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about where we're headed. We're going to open the Tilta Mirage matte box, and we have these Vaxis ND filters we're going to open up. We have this accessory that lets you do 2 filters in one round 95 millimeter case. They also have 4x5 cases that you can put in, and then you can add more of those filter stacks. So you can stack filters in this device, and the front matte box flap comes on or off, so you can expand this. And I think it's pretty cool. We're going to unbox that here tonight. I haven't touched it yet. It's in the box. We're also going to talk a little bit about an announcement that you may be aware of, and that is Elgato has let us know that there is now a Stream Deck Plus. That's right, Stream Deck Plus. So we're going to talk about that tonight as well. I also really want to touch base on the new Facecam Pro by Elgato. So we'll see if we have enough time to cover that. So that will be at the end of tonight's live stream. No post show tonight. So we're going to try to stay on pace. Try not to keep you here too late. We will be here for at least an hour and 15 minutes. So get ready for that. Grab your cup of coffee. I have mine hiding the logo, and also have my cold drink. So hot and cold here tonight. But as usual, it's much better doing this together than it is without people with you. So say hi to a couple more here. It looks like David's in the house. It's good to have you. Aloha. I'm glad you're looking forward to unboxing the Tilta Mirage. I've looked at this product for a long time, David, so FYI, and I'm looking forward to unboxing it. That will be exciting. Also, I want to say hi to Tony. Thank you so much, Tony, for inviting me to participate in your live stream on Sunday. Sorry I could not do that. I had a crazy life schedule right now. I have friends that are actually staying with us. We work together, and they're staying with us on the weekends. So I had lots of things going on Sundays, but I watched part of your stream, and what a great list of things that people can get. They're a little techie and not so much video production, at least from my perspective, but there is something there for anybody that has a studio or wants to, do things around the house. There's some really good suggestions there. So go check out Quick Tech Solutions. Tony's holiday guide, he had some special guests on with him. I really wish I could have been there, but it just didn't happen for me. So it's good to have you guys here with me tonight. I hope you're having a good week, good in November so far. It is a little cool outside here tonight, and but I'm nice and warm and toasty here in the studio. I had that window open a while ago, and it lets all that cool air in. So This time of year, when all this equipment's on, I have built-in air conditioning. I just have to close those windows because as trucks drive by, it's a little bit distracting. Oh, it looks like we have Doug for us here in the house. Thank you for joining me, Doug. And hopefully you're excited as well for what we're going to do tonight. Talk about the Stream Deck Plus later tonight, the Elgato Facecam Pro, as well as we're going to be unboxing the Tilta Mirage case. Everything came, so I thought half of it was going to be here and half of it wasn't, but I actually have everything I ordered here and in the studio, so I'm really, really excited about that. I know I don't do this normally at the beginning of a live stream on Tuesdays, but I am going to tonight. I would love to find out if you have purchased anything new in your world and your studio, and it'd be great to hear that, or even maybe a gift idea. I know that Freddie, who's on here tonight, has been sending me links, and so I'm sure he'll have an idea here in the chat, and I have put some links in the description tonight. They're Amazon affiliate links, so thank you so much if you use those. It does help support the channel. You don't pay more, but it does support me. And if you have not subscribed and you're listening, you can subscribe and in 5 minutes chat with us. I would love to hear from you. And if you chat tonight and you subscribe tonight, and then you don't like the channel or what you hear tonight or the other videos, that's perfectly fine. Unsubscribe, but you need to subscribe in order to chat tonight. And it's a 5-minute wait. So any gift ideas that you have for the holidays? I'm obviously going to have a special here in December talking about gift ideas early December, but we're also going to look at some gifts that I purchased for the business tonight. And again, it's a Tilta Mirage case, and we're going to unbox that here in a minute, but I want to hear from you guys tonight to see what you are purchasing or you have your eye on. Go ahead and pop that in the chat. You can't put links, but you can put the name of the latest purchase for you, maybe in your studio. And I would love to hear from you. Let's go like this. Chat on the air. Say hi to our friend Bill Serena for joining us tonight. Thank you so much. And you can see he's from all the way over in Chicago, and I'm on the other side of the state. It is great to have you, Bill. And so let me just look through the chat here, see if there's anything I've missed as far as questions. It looks like we are all caught up on the chat here tonight. We'll cover this here right now, Freddie. I see this question. Where is it at here? How did I make the Stream Deck automation? I'm assuming you're talking about the video that played in the intro. That's actually a clip that is available through Elgato. It just kind of shows the Stream Deck Plus, and I embedded that inside OBS and used it during my intro video. And if you guys haven't been on the channel before, I do use OBS to produce my intro videos. So I'll take this still image and use that inside OBS. Not sure what happened there. My key isn't working, so we'll look into that. But anyway, I use that still image in OBS, and because of OBS, I can do a countdown timer. I can also play videos that are on my PC. So I just bring in those videos when I want to into my intro timer. I'm recording all that, and then I bring it into Adobe Premiere. Inside Adobe Premiere, I just simply add the logo flying in at the very beginning of the intro and the outro, and that gives me just a little bit more pizzazz when we are waiting for the video to start. And I also have my Skycam, so I show you around the studio as we are doing the intro video as well. So hopefully you've checked that out. I've already increased the size of that so that I can use it when we're actually seeing if we can hook up the Mirage by Tilta. So, okay, let's see. Any gift ideas here? So thank you for that, Freddie. So that was just a video playing in OBS tonight. Chromebook for Christmas here, it looks like, from TVJ. That's what his wife wants. Jay brought himself a new Lego set for Christmas. I wonder what that is. I think you guys saw that I did a Millennium Falcon with my new adopted daughter-in-law, and so we're still in the middle of building that. I need to go over. It's all been transferred to my son's house, and I need to get over there and help build that. So, and then Jay says he's got to fix the college production trailer, so he's got to go. So thank you, Jay, for popping in. I really appreciate that, and that's cool. So, okay, so shall we get going? And let me know if everything sounds good, if the video looks good, and then we're going to set some things here on the desk. I have a stack of filters we're going to unbox, and I have this filter holder, and then obviously this puppy's coming out of the box tonight. So let me set the desk up here. Gonna move our microphone and switch camera angles here. Let's do this. I'm gonna reboot that Canon 5D Mark III just to make sure that it doesn't bail on us in the middle of this. Position that box, and let's do this. Okay. Technical difficulties. Very interesting. Let's see. Can I just switch to this? I guess I'll just have to switch to Super Source. Turn this off. Sorry about that. That's all on me. So I had my my chat on the air, so it covers up everything. So here is the box tonight. It is the Tilta Mirage case. Here's a look around the box. The top. Here's the back that kind of tells you all of the things that are in that box. And this is what we're going to be unboxing. And not sure this is going to be in focus, but side of the box. So we're going to take my handy dandy little knife here tonight, which is going to be this little screwdriver. It seems to be the easiest way to get under some of this paper. And pull the plastic off here as soon as we can. And I'm going right for the big box. Why save it for last? That would only be for dramatic impact, and I'm not going to do that to you guys tonight. We're going to get right in this because we do want to cover a couple other things. Set these over there for right now. So it's basically just a slide out cover. So let's see if there's any tape. Don't see any tape. So I should be able to pull this beautiful cover off. Man, it's tight. Must be packaged like that after you get it from the factory. So this is just empty box. So that's going to go here on the floor tonight. And then once we get to this, you just have a beautiful paper heavy duty box. So we'll lift this up. See if we can get it out. Everything is very, very snug. So there we go. Again, the box is going bye-byes. You can see, and that's going down here as well, out of our way. And everything's in this case. And so pull the case out. The box is empty. So This box is now going bye-bye too. And you have this nice case. It's got kind of a raised Tilta logo on it. It says Mirage, and it's got a handle on that side. It's got 2 zippers right there, back of the case. So it's quite a nice little case. Can't complain about that. And we will unzip it. And we will open it up. So once you open the case up, you have this little case on the top. That's for filter attachments, and it has a number of things in here. Slots that I can put my filters, and then you have the variable ND filter that comes with it. We'll recenter that. Then you can see what else is in the box here. And so we'll go ahead and pull this out. And this is the variable ND filter. And there is a wheel right here that adjusts it. And it actually turns the 2 polarizers in there, which creates an ND filter. And pretty cool. It says it is a 0.3 to 0.2.7 stop filter. So we're going to set that back down on the table here. And hopefully you guys can see that. And again, it's got the little dial right there. So we'll set this down. And so I bought these other filters as well. And we'll open the holder for that. These are going to be better filters. They're just, each are a definite stop, and variable filters are not quite as nice as just these Vaxis filters. So I could use these for a longer shoot, or if I need to be on the fly, I can use the variable ND filter. And then these go in this case, and we'll open those up here in a second. Okay, also in here you have the step-up rings. So this is the 67. This one right here is the 77. And these are step-up rings. So these screw onto your camera, and then the Tilta Mirage fits on top of it, the matte box. So we'll put these back in. On this side, you have 2 more, 72. Hopefully you can see that. Let me go to my wider camera shot here. Just make sure that this is in focus. Let me just get, it's not bad. You can see it if I hold it down further. And then next to that is the 82. You see it right there. Then you have the rod bracket. And again, if you buy the more expensive kits, $200 more, you can get the motor. And this will actually give you a remote ability to control the variable ND filter. I don't really use those, so I bought the kit without the motor. But you can see the slots for the motor right here, 2 pieces that's not in this kit. If this was the full kit, then you would have those 2 pieces right there. And then in the center, you have this little Nucleus Nano motor adapter. So you do get that. Not sure why you would get that when you don't get the other pieces. So we'll set that aside. But I will show you what that looks like inside. It's this little Tilta bracket. It's in a little Ziploc bag. We'll drop that out. And that looks like this. And that goes on the rods as well to be able to control the device. So we're going to put that back in the little plastic container because that's not going to get used. And we'll probably put the box away. There's also an Allen screw wrench in there that goes with it. And below that is the little piece of paper. So I'm going to put that back in the box and close it up. Set that aside. Okay, so here is the Mirage matte box. So it comes out like this, and you have the attachment that goes on the camera, and that will go on these rings. And then also you have this piece right here that detaches I did watch some videos on this. I'm not sure how well that pops in and pops out. There's little brackets here on the side that hold it in, and it should just pop right out. And I will have to figure out how to do that here in a second. But let's look at this mat box. So you just have the one cover, and it doesn't have any sides, and this will come off this top piece so that you can add other pieces along here to put in 4x5 filters. And this front is a 4x5 filter. It's got a little attachment right here. So if you have a 4.5, it will drop right in here, and then you can stack more on there and then move this piece to the next filter holder. I will be buying some of those in the future, as well as the polarizing filter, but there you go. And it's carbon fiber. It's very light. And again, this piece comes off, and you can actually slide in. Let's see. Unlock. And then here is the filter attachment right here. And that just slides right in like this. And so you have these that slide in. This is the locking mechanism. And then you also have a tightening down knob on this side. And that's what's in the case. So we are going to pull this out and hook it up. So let's switch cameras here and see if you guys have any questions. I think I've covered everything in that case. Again, you have everything out of here. They're just nice little, move that out, just nice little slots for the filters. And we're going to set this aside and open up the other stuff. So again, that's the case, and that's unboxing that much. Now we will pull out this stuff. So again, I have 4 filters here. Let me lay them out like that. So you have, not really in order, a 0.6, a 0.9. Let's go like this. We'll do them in order. So in this kit, you have a 0.3 ND stop, neutral density filter, a 0.6, a 0.9, and a 1.2. And let's open up the first one here. Got a little piece of tape right there. And the nice thing about these is they come in these nice cases. So here's a case that tells you this is a 0.3. It's got a nice label on it. It says Vaxis VFX right there. And then inside you have the filter. And again, it's in a plastic case. Now these filters, I'm just going to peek it out here. These just drop in like these that are already in this one. These just drop in the holder, and I have an extra holder right here. So I can have one already loaded and ready, as well as the one that came with my tilted bracket. So we're going to pop that in. But if you kind of look at it, it's glass. Lots of invested in that. You can see it's got a little bit of light blockage there, and they're going to get darker and darker as we go. That's what ND filters do. They cut the light. That way you can have your aperture wide open. So if you have like a 1.2 50 millimeter like I do shooting down at my desk, then I can open that wide open and stop the light down by using these ND filters, and then be able to get that beautiful melted background bokeh look that you love for video. So if you want to focus on your subject, like I will be doing that when I do some interviews, when I get down to the Dallas factory at the end of this month, I will be using this to get that depth of field and blur out the background, because I'm going to be doing some interviews right in the middle of the factory, and I don't want all the movement in the background being a distraction, but we want it back there to give you that feel that we're actually doing interviews in the factory. So it should be a lot of fun. So then these can be kept in this little plastic and put back in these cases. You don't really have to keep the plastic, but I will for tonight. And then these can be kept in a little packet, and I do have a bag already for my Lee filters, but these will probably come out and they'll go in the pocket in the case. So that's one. Let's bust into these other three. Sorry about that. I bumped the fade to black. It's right there. So I hit it with the filter. Nothing inside these cases, but obviously that's what happens when you bump the fade to black button. One left here. So we'll set that out to 0.6, 0.1, 0.2. Now we'll get the 0.9 out. There we go. So we'll go from the 0.3 you saw to the 0.6 and show you how much darker it is. So now we're getting into something that dark, and you can see my hand behind that. There's no comparison when you get to the 1.2. So if you're in the middle of the daylight and you need to stop down the light, these filters are going to do it. Obviously, they're not variable, so whatever you choose, you're going to be setting your exposure to that filter. But again, it will definitely give me a quality ability to stop down the light. And that's really important when you're shooting video outdoors. Okay, we'll get to the chat here in a second. Let's open this last box. And again, this is the Tilta dual circular filter tray. And this will hold two filters at the same time. And we'll have to compare it to the one I already got that comes inside the Tilta Mirage. And again, here's the box. It's got a picture. The back says Tilta, and let's get it out of the box. So there you go. It's in a Ziploc bag. And then there's a little spring-loaded deal right here. And that's what you that's how you drop the filter in. So let's take out the 0.3. And let's see. Get it out of here. I don't want to touch the filter itself and fingerprint it. It also has the writing on it to tell you what filter you have. There you go. It's in. So now we have that 0.3 in there. Just set this side away. There you go, it's in. So that's how easy it snaps in and pops in. So we have the 0.3 in there. Now this case is empty, so I could have another one And then I also have available to pop in the variable ND, and it already has dust and stuff on it. So I could pop that one in as well. We're going to pop this on my second camera and test it out here in just a second. But I want to clean up just a little bit here before we do that. So let's cut back to this other camera view. Don't need that. Sorry about that. Cut to the wrong camera. So now what I want to do, guys, is take any questions that you have so far, and then I want to take the correct step-up ring and put it on my camera 2. Here's a shot of camera 2. So we are going to put it on that camera. And that should be fun. So first, let's catch up here with the chat. So let me go back to this other view. Sure, this camera is going to time out. And let's go and look at the chat here. Let me say hi here. I see we have Camille from the Netherlands. Thank you so much for joining me. It's great to have you. There we are doing some unboxing. Also, we've got Hank here from Stop and Think, and it's good to see you, Hank. So, and yeah, Bill, you can stack multiple filters. The one I just popped in, you can stack multiple filters. You also have the ability to stack trays in the top part of this. So I have a video in the notes below, and it kind of shows you. This is really a really cool matte box. Again, it's not super deep, but as you add filters, and then this tray that I have lets me do 2 filters. So I could do a 0.3 and a 0.6, obviously, or I could add the 0.9 to the 1.2, and then I have a variable filter, and it should be a better color filter than using the variable, because sometimes there's some color cast that happens with variable NDs, and that's kind of why I've added these individual filters. So individual 95 millimeter rounds, and you can put 4x5 filters in here as well. And again, this matte box will rotate, so you could use it for portrait if you were doing photography and block out the sun only on one side, and you'd probably have to hold a card over top. But you could stack filters, but mainly this is a matte box for shooting, doing walk around video. It's super lightweight. I didn't want anything heavy or anything really big, and so this is really the perfect size for me. And so yeah, you can stack filters, 2 of the round filters, and then you can do more of the 4.5s, and this will come off and add on to more 4x5 holders. And we'll talk more about that in the future, because I will be getting some of those. So, okay, so I have a camera here. Let's see if there's any other questions before I move on. David, let's see, you said wanted to install OBS on Lion board. I guess I'm lost on that, but not available. Purchased a Stream Deck, which works really great. So we are going to be talking about the new Stream Deck Plus tonight, so stay tuned for that. I don't have one yet. It was only announced today, but it will be fun to talk about that. But I do want to give you guys an image of this matte box being on. So let's do this. Let's set it over. Gonna move some stuff here off of the desk out of my way. And put this variable ND filter aside just for right now. And if we have time, we might bust that out. That is really cool that this kit comes with this. This is probably why it's a little bit more expensive. Over $100, I think $169 more if you get the kit with the variable ND in it, and then $200 if you're going to get the variable circular polarizing filter, which all it is 2 filters turning to cut down the light, and that's going to be in my kit eventually as well, because I do need a polarizer, especially if you're shooting from inside an RV outdoors where you have the windows in the back. You want to cut down some of that glare. It's also great for shooting people inside a car. If you want to cut down the glare and you're shooting a conversation going behind the glass, you don't want to get rid of all the glare, but you do want to cut down the glare so that you can just shoot right through the front window, but you always need to clean those windows first. So I'm going to set this down over here as well. And then this is a 77 mil lens. It's only f4, but I am going to use it tonight just to kind of show you. I'm going to set the camera to fire it up here. It's going to go from auto ISO. I'm going to go to like 800 on that camera, and I'll cut to that in a minute and show you guys what that's going to look like, because I do want to be able to stop down the light and show you the difference. So I'm going to overexpose just a little bit, and then we're going to underexpose it with the matte box. So let me get that out here. '77, so we're getting the 77 step-up ring out. Gonna zip this up so it doesn't hit my fade to black button. Okay, and I've never put these on before, but it looks like it goes on like this. 77, and this is the 77. Here, let's go ahead and show you guys this. So I screwed that on with my hand, and now you can attach the softbox, and I have no clue how this goes on. So there should have been instructions somewhere in here. How about if we look for instructions? I did watch a couple videos, but I also like to roll with this. So let's look in here. There is a cleaning cloth that came inside of this, but there is nothing else in here. A little double stick tape in here as well in the kit. I'm reaching inside the kit, but I don't see anything else. So we're going to close that again. There's nothing in the box. So it all must be online. So let me look at this real quick. I'm going to grab one of the other step-up rings and just try it here on the desk. And I'll include you guys in that. Just stand by. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go back to, turn chat off the air, and let's go back to overhead and me, and cut back. Okay, so what we're trying to do is see how the step-up ring pops on there. So it's this side that hooks on the Tilta Mirage, and this side screws on. This is the 82, and I have the 77 screwed on already. So we're going to see how this pops on here. So it does just pop in. And there is a set screw right there. And this is spring loaded, and that's what held this in. Okay, something holds it in there. There's a set screw, and I'm just trying to sort it out. Let's pop this on there. I know it'll go on. Okay. Anybody have any ideas in the chat? What I could be doing wrong? Anybody have any ideas in the chat? I know there's these two levers. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So there is this little knob. It's not loose. It's super tight. I don't want to strip it out without watching the video first. This side has a spring, and that seems to be what holds the filters in. And so I could unlock it and pop these filters out, but for some reason, I'm not getting, and it pops right in here. Something has to hold it in place. And I don't know if this has just been over tightened at the factory. And I don't have a pair of pliers here to untighten it. Not in the studio, I do in the garage. So I'm gonna hold it on for right now, and I'll show you guys the filter. I apologize. So if I go like this, turn the chat off the air. Okay, then I want to go like that. So you can see the desk and you can see this. So here is before and here is after. So for some reason it's not snapping on, but then you have the shade to bring down. So you see that light up there. If I was shooting at an angle or the sun was above, then I could use this. And again, that is the 0.3 stop. And I have the camera set so it doesn't change light. So I'm stopping down the light to pop this on, and I will figure out how that goes on, and we will talk more about that. So now that's that filter. Let's see if we can get it out here. Set this mic up like this. Pull this out. We will grab our variable ND filter, slide it in, and then we will set it on there. Again, I'm not sure what's supposed to hold it. I don't want to break it, so I'm going to hold this up there. And then you can see right here, I can spin this dial. Hopefully you can see this dial right here. And I'll show you guys what happens when you spin that dial. Spinning the dial. And then all the way, stop it all the way down. All the way up. And all the way down. So, variable NDs are really cool because they give you the option on the fly. Then imagine if you had a rig or a shoulder rig and you bought the remote control, then you could dial in the light. So if you went inside and then you went outside and you needed to do that, you could remotely change the lighting. So inside the building, inside, outside, inside, outside. And you can imagine how much nicer it is to not have to change filters and do those changes all the time. That's why having that variable ND filter is going to be really nice when I'm shooting on the fly and I don't have to change filters out in the middle of shooting. So anyway, that's a look at the filters that I bought. They just drop in there and there's a little spring-loaded bracket right there that holds it in. If I pull that back, it's going to pop out. Not sure yet exactly how to get it to stay on the step-up rings, but I have 4 different step-up rings. You can buy other step-up rings, but those will cover my lenses. And then again, I have the rings I need for my lenses. I have the variable ND filter, and now I have those other 4 filters to be able to drop them in as needed. So, and then because Freddie was asking earlier, I forgot to do this. I do have my pedal, and so I can raise this light on the desk here. Let me do the overhead camera here again. Overhead of me, I can actually raise the light up. I should have done that in the middle of the show and give you guys more light on the stuff on the desk. But there you go. There's the 0.3 filter, the variable NDs in there. And again, if I open this up and move the dial, it's hard to tell just by moving it, but when you put it on an actual camera, it makes it a lot easier for you to know exactly what you're doing. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed that unboxing. 4 filters. I love the quality of them. I did some research before I purchased them, and I'm very excited to have that set of 4 filters. And then the variable ND, I will add a circular polarizer. I will figure out how to get that mounted tomorrow because I need to start practicing with it. I have a shoot coming up and I need to know what I'm doing with that. I'm glad that I'll be able to block the sun because anytime you go out, you have sun shining down. So it's going to be really cool to be able to get that stuff happening and get myself set up. Okay, let's get back into the chat here and see what I missed. So Bill looked online and it does look like it's that screw. That's what I thought as well. It's just so tight. I can't loosen it up with my fingers and I did not bring a wrench. So I apologize, but I will demo this in a video coming up. But thank you so much, Bill, for letting me know. I wish I had those tools. Camille's asking which camera I'm using. This is the Canon 5D Mark IV. And then the other camera that I was showing you the matte backs on, Camille, that is the EOS R. They're older cameras. I do have a Canon 5D Mark III. Up here, I have all L lenses. I don't buy cheap glass because I do photography as well as other projects. And I don't want to buy a high-end camera and then put inexpensive glass on them, and that's the lenses. So they're all L lenses. I think I have 7 or 8 L lenses all together, and I have 3 in the studio on cameras all the time. And then I actually have a 16-35 right here, this has got stabilization built into it. And again, it's an L lens by Canon, and I love this lens. Again, it's 16-35, so it's super wide, great for portraits, and it's got just a really nice quality to it. A little dirty right now because I've been have had it in the studio, and the cap fell off the other day. So Canon 5D Mark III, if you're a Sony user or a Nikon user, they're perfectly cool cameras. I just have been using Canon for years, have some expensive glass, and I have an adapter to use this glass with my EOS R. You could also put this on a R6 or R5 or the new R6 II, I think is coming out. And again, these lenses are great, and there's some new RF lenses that are even better than these, and those RF lenses have the ability to do some pretty incredible things with them. And so one day I'll start adding some RF glass to my studio. Yeah, that screw was tight as the box, trying to unbox it. That's great. Thank you, Doug. I mean, I love the risk. I have to say it. I wanted you guys to see it on the camera. I couldn't get the bracket to hold on there, but I was actually putting it on the step-up filter. So I don't feel like tonight's a bust. I do feel like I should have brought a wrench with me or a pair of pliers with me. So, but I wouldn't want to do anything until I watched the video on YouTube to make sure I'm doing it right. But thank you so much for the nice, kind words. That's really cool. Okay, so let's shift gears. It's getting late. I want to talk about this new release that we have heard about today, and actually two releases. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick. Where are you at? Me and a laptop here. So maybe you've heard there's a new face cam out. I have the Elgato face cam. This is the pro version that you see here. And here's a bunch of things that you can do with it. And I thought this was pretty cool. You have manual and automatic focus. My face cam does not have autofocus, so you have to be between 1 foot and 4 feet away. This one has focus. It's also 4K 60 frames per second. You can see it right there, H.264. There are people out there that have been doing reviews on this new camera. They're saying that it is by far the best webcam out there. And because it's 4K, you can zoom in, and it's got some zoom controls. And that's important. The reason I wanted to talk about this camera tonight is because some of the controls in this camera can now be used with the Elgato Stream Deck Plus. So it's going to be really cool to look at that. But I just wanted to take you through these features and invite you to go check out this camera. And I love these little animated little buttons here. It tells you that it's USB 3 interface, and it transfers compressed video with ultra low latency. And that's really important when you're using a USB-C cam. So that's really cool. So low latency. You can hit these other little buttons here. Here's the Elgato flash memory, so you can save your settings. So if you're going to go from one PC to another PC, all your settings can be saved, so you don't have to readjust the camera every time, because it's got lots and lots of adjustments. And then also Mighty Image, the first of its kind. So latest processors does millions of things that make you shine, like instant light correction, automatic noise reduction, a slew of visual wizardry that brings out the best of you. You can also use this with the NVIDIA plug-in, so you can actually blur out the background, which is really cool. I demoed that a few weeks ago. And then if we scroll up, you got the front of the camera. There's a look at the Facecam Pro. And here's the sensor again, 4K. We're going to click on the lens, and you have the Elgato autofocus lens. So they wanted to add some very good quality lens to it as well. So a chip without a good quality glass. We just talked about that. Don't want to buy expensive camera without decent glass. And again, we are talking about a webcam here, so it's not going to be like Canon L lens glass or high-end Sony glass or Tamron, all the lenses out there, but it's good glass. And so it's got a 21 millimeter focus length. It'll go down to aperture of f.2, 8 elements, anti-reflection, and full frame equivalent. So that's really cool. And then again, it talks about the 4K sensor. And then down the bottom, you have the ability to attach it to a regular tripod, or you can put it on the back of your monitor. And I don't see my face cam. There it is. Let me grab my face cam. So this is the original face cam. And so it's USB-C. Again, it's low latency, but it doesn't have autofocus. And so very nice camera. I've used it before. I've replaced this now with my Skycam, my Insta360 Link, because I love it because I can show different places. But this is a great camera. This goes on the road with me. I can use this when I'm doing a laptop Zoom meeting. So I also have an extra one of these that I take around with me. So if I'm going to do a live event and I need to be able to show not just me, but other things, I can program this to have 6 different locations. It's got a gimbal built into it. So if you shake your desk or someone is hitting or bumping your desk, it automatically levels, which is another cool thing about this camera. And also the fact that it can be programmed. It has autofocus and it shoots in 4K, and then you stream at 1080p with this. And so I have one of these as a Skycam. This is my portable one. So again, don't want to spend too much time on this because I want to get into tonight's announcement that Elgato made. Pretty exciting when you think about this, and that is this right here. Let's do this one and go like this. So Elgato has announced that they have a new Stream Deck Plus. You can see it right up here on the top of the screen. And so you can control your studio. You now have a touch bar with 4 different things you can do with it. You can turn the knobs right or left. They'll go forever. They're also adjustable, so they have little notches, and you can watch that in their video. You have the touch bar now, bigger 8 buttons, so they're larger than the regular Stream Deck buttons, so you have a little bit more real estate there. And again, it's a monitor, so you can do all kinds of different icons. So not only can you use it to control your PC, you can use it to control anything that can be controlled by a Stream Deck. But now with the knobs, you have the ability to go right indefinitely, left indefinitely. You also can touch the screen and change things, as well as you have the ability to hold down the screen. And then you also can layer things. Each of those knobs has a push button, and so you can use it to layer different features if you're using an app, and they call it like layering pages, or you can just use it to initiate. So you can use it as a click, or you can use it as changing pages. And so you can go deep into Adobe Premiere and all the apps that you have. So not only do you have a Stream Deck, you also have a touch bar. You have the ability to touch the knobs and adjust things, and you can even use it with your lights in your studio. You can use it with the Wave plugin that is unlocked when you open this. I think it's called the Elgato Wave. Let's go down here and see. So you have the ability to switch your lights off and on, your light strip, push the dial below to cycle through adjusting lights. You have switch on and off your lights, Philips Hue on this page. Set the mood with multi-actions that control the lights. Then if we scroll up, you can use it for your production console. Now you can see that you have the ability to trigger multi-actions, turns on your lights, all these different features with this new Elgato Stream Deck Plus. You can use it for your audio station. So the Wave Link software can be controlled with this. So now it's an audio device. So if you have an older USB mic and you don't have a Elgato mic, you can actually use the features in the Wave plugin to control the sound of your microphone that you're running into your PC. Now, obviously it's PC based. So again, you're using a web camera, you're using USB microphones, and then you're going to be able to use this to control the sound of your mic. You can use it for volume control. They even have the ability now to use it to control the volume in your PC. So you can turn the volume up and down in your PC or the apps, and you can turn more than one thing down inside your PC. So it can be an audio station. Here you can see the size of it on the desk. And we're going to continue to scroll down here. All the different icons that are available here, anything you want to be. And Here is it actually in action. And so I actually love this device, really considering if it's going to fit in my studio or not. So really, really, really cool device. I'm just seeing if my teleprompter is working here. So let's do this. Let's go like that. So here is some of the information that's available. Obviously, Elgato's been purchased by Corsair, but there's the face cam and all of the things that you can do with the face cam. I'm just going to let this scroll. 4K, H.264, and I guess this is the teleprompter feature inside my HyperDeck Shuttle HD, and I can simply go back up to the page. I can even go slower, but let's skip over here, and here is the Elgato Stream Deck and all of the features that are available in it as well. So check out that device. I'm really excited about what the potential is going to be. And I love the knob on my HyperDeck Shuttle HD. And so I think I'm going to like the tactile buttons on the Stream Deck Plus that was announced today and should be available at B&H and should be able to find it pretty soon on Amazon. But what a cool little device. So I wanted to do this too. If I find the deal, where is it? Me in a slideshow. So let's take a closer look at this device. That's the Tilta Mirage box, but let's take a little closer look at this puppy. So that's the front. You can see it's got the touch bar there, a little larger buttons. Here is the side. And you wonder what the profile looks. Here's the back. And here's what comes in the box. So again, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what is capable with this. I'm not sure I would be using it to do editing, but again, the knobs, you could scroll forward in a video and back in Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro. You could use the knobs for other adjustments in Lightroom. Again, once you have knobs like this and they'll interact with your software, then you can use them to be able to change things. And so I used MIDI devices when I was in my studio recording, and it was nice to have the ability to adjust different things without having to use my mouse all the time. It's a lot easier just to have a knob. And again, with the touchscreen, you can also swipe right and swipe left. And you don't have to have two buttons anymore with this Stream Deck Plus to change pages. You can actually change pages with the touch bar. So forward and back in pages. So that's going to save buttons that we've all had to use in our Stream Decks to do forward and back. So purchasing this, you're going to get bonus buttons changing pages, and you're going to get 4 knobs. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty powerful device for streamers, for people who do Zoom, people who want to edit on the fly and be able to control your lights, control your studio with the push of the buttons, multiple pages, and a very developed package of tools from Elgato with their Stream Deck. And you have the companion app. You can control an ATEM. You can even control mix effects from the companion app, and there's so much that you can do. I can't imagine what is going to happen now with the knobs. We'll see what Adam Tal comes up with mix effect, with knobs now on a Stream Deck, and we'll look at what happens with the software that we can use to control a ATEM with this new device. So I think it's a game changer. I haven't touched it yet. I've only looked at the specs and watched the videos, but I hope you guys will check it out and see what you're capable of doing. Again, you can turn the button left, turn the button right, push the button. You can use it to just activate things, each button, or you can use it to stack different pages inside, and you'll see them pop up on the little LED screen. You can actually create your own backgrounds now for that little LED screen, because again, it's like a little monitor, so you can have whatever you want in the buttons, and you can also have now what you want on the little strip LED screen. So pretty cool little device. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that before we go any further tonight. So the Tilta Mirage is actually in the studio, and I'm going to learn how to use it. I have the Elgato pedal and 3 buttons, so I can turn my lights up or down. So this light's up a little bit. It's a little hot now, so I'll turn it down, and that gives me more of a better look. And I can actually turn my hair light off, and so I just shut that off, or I can turn it right back on again. And I'm doing all of that with my Elgato foot pedal. So I have an Elgato key light there. I have an Elgato key light there. I have a key light mini up there for my hair light. Now I have the Elgato foot pedal. I have the big Stream Deck XL, and there's just so much stuff. I even have the face cam, though I'm not using it right now, but I do use it quite a bit. And now Face Cam Pro is available, and now there's a Stream Deck Plus. So I probably would like to have a Stream Deck Plus on my Christmas gift. We'll see if that's going to be on my list of items that you should consider to get for Christmas. Okay, so let's get back to this and turn chat on the air, and let me catch up here. Any thoughts or feedback on any of those items? Freddie says that Stream Deck Plus looks awesome. Yes, it does. And Freddie and I sent the video to each other today about within 5 minutes. I think I scooped him for once. Normally, Freddie scoops me and sends me videos. Sent me another one today for a microphone. Bill says Elgato has done some amazing things for the streaming community. Yeah, and it's not just streamers. I really believe it's gamers and streamers and people that do Zoom or work at home. I really do recommend a Stream Deck to every one of my clients that's going to be trying to have a home office or a home studio. And again, they don't need the kind of tech that I have in here. And I will be doing another short mini studio tour because we hit 1,500 subscribers. So thank you guys for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, and you're watching tonight, I would really like to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Obviously, it makes a big difference if we have people listening, people watching. So I hope that you will join me by liking this video tonight. Obviously, the likes really do help the algorithm. So if you could give me a like tonight, I'd really appreciate it. Ring the bell if you want alerted. I did release a video this morning. Let's look at that still image here. Where am I going here? Let's do, where you at? Yeah, I have to turn this off. Chat off the air. Where is it? Too many macros, overhead of me. So, well, I don't want that. What I want is slideshow. So let's cut back to this. And where is the slideshow? Slideshow. So let's change slides right here. I released this video today. I hope you guys will watch it and check it out. One of the reasons why HyperDecks, in my opinion, are so important for people who are using a Blackmagic design equipment like the ATEM Mini Pro, Mini Pro ISO, the Extreme ISO, the ME, the ME2, the ME4, which is supposed to be shipping now to some places in the world, is that HyperDecks play videos, and some HyperDecks do special effects. So you can actually do a key and a fill. That's what my Stinger is all about. That's what my YouTube subscribe logo is all about. That is playing inside my HyperDecks. And so this video is all about how to program one macro to cut from the main camera let the stinger play, cut to video deck 1, stinger crosses over, which is a video again, plays video 2, stinger crosses over, and it cuts back to this camera. So I not only programmed that macro live in that video, but I also played it live. So, and it was one take. So at the beginning of the video, I had a macro already recorded. So I'd done it once, then I deleted that for the last part of the video, and then I demoed how to create a macro using Blackmagic Design's control software, and that stinger is playing right here. And let's fix this flying key off. Don't know why that happens when I play that particular transition. So obviously, I use my HybridX for intros. You saw me use the teleprompter feature tonight on the shuttle. And I also have a HD Plus. So I have two HybridX that have key and fill. And then I have the shuttle, which does not have key and fill. It's a teleprompter, and it will play back videos. They all will record. In fact, my old HybridX Mini, Studio Mini, will record 4K at 30 frames per second. So lots of cool features in a HybridX, and they can be automated with macros. Then you can run those macros inside your mix effects, or you can use Companion and automate that from a Stream Deck. All you have to know is how to record those macros. And that video that I released this morning is all about how to do that. And I hope you guys will check that out, like, and share that video. Lots of time in that video. I think that video with recording and producing it and editing it, I think I have 12 hours in one video. I'm not super fast, but I do like to be very, very, very thorough. So let's cut back here. Do chat on the air here, and welcome David. It's good to see you, David. We looked at the Tilta Mirage matte box, and I did the best job I could of unboxing it and testing it out on my Canon EOS R, and could not figure out how to get it to attach to the step-up ring, but I was able to hold it on and show the different ND filters that I unboxed as well. So David is a great photographer. Go check out his station, his channel. Subscribe and like it. Also, there's other people on here. We talked about Tony's gift idea. He had a number of people on with him on Sunday, so go check out Quick Tech Solutions, Tony's video. Lots of other streamers here. Let's like each other, subscribe to each other. Even I'm trying to get caught up on subscribing to people, but good to have you here, David. And David says he'll check out the video later. Thank you, David. You can do that if you want to. I enjoy popping over to your channel. So I don't think I've missed any questions. So I am missing Joe tonight, so let him know. I will email him. I did not see Joe in the house. TVJ said he had to go work on his college trailer. So go check out TVJ's channel. He works in television, and he's also helping a college, and he's creating a mobile trailer, and he's out working on it tonight. So, so David's asking, what do I think of the new Stream Deck? I just talked about it here tonight. So we looked at the face cam. We looked at the Stream Deck. I don't have one, but I think it's a great little device. I love the fact that you go from the smaller buttons, now you have 8 little bit larger buttons. You also have the strip for being able to go forward and back and not have to create forward and back buttons on your Stream Deck. And then I also love the ability that you can stack things. You have the tactile buttons. So they're attenuated. So that means they have little clicks, but they can go all the way back, all the way forward indefinitely. And that gives you the ability to scroll forward and scroll back, make audio adjustments, adjust EQs, all of that. There's so many things, David, that we're going to be able to do with that device. I definitely will be adding one to my studio. I've been kicking around getting an extra Stream Deck for a long time. So when I'm on the table, I have to. So that one will probably be the one that I'll use right here next to my PC for editing. And then it'll also pick up with a longer cable and go on the table when I need to do some controlling in a live stream. So I'm excited about it. I would love to hear what you think, David. and maybe you've had a chance to already check it out. Well, let's do a little bit of time for Q&A. If you have any questions, anything in the studio or anything you'd like to ask me. I'm not having a post show tonight, so no Ratso, no post show. I'm actually going to wrap this up here shortly. But if you have any specific questions, you can see what the date is. If you're watching this delayed, it is November 15th, and we're halfway through the month. So at the end of this month, at some point, we will be doing a special Zoom night. I will be announcing that very soon, so hopefully I have your email. And if I don't have your email, you can pop over to my website. I'll put a link in the description later tonight. It's lifejourneyproductions.com. You go to the contact page, put a note in there that you would like to be invited to that Zoom night, and I'm going to have everybody that I can on a Zoom call so that we can talk face-to-face. It won't be live, but it'll be live with me, and I'll be able to have a dialogue with you, and that will be a lot of fun. So sometime in the very near future, before I head out of town on my shoot, so maybe be in the next couple weeks. So go there and do that, and you'll get an invite. Obviously, I have had to see you on my live streams to get an invite. So I have lots of other people that have subscribed to my channel, and I will only be inviting those of you that are regular attenders. For that, you'll get an invite in the mail, and instead of watching me on a Tuesday night for a post show, you'll be able to talk to me on a Tuesday night for a post show in a Zoom call. And again, there won't be any post show that night, recorded and on the web live. So, okay, any questions that you have, any other gift ideas that you guys have for the holidays? Got a couple of those. I would love to hear if you have any ideas or any questions. So, chat on the air. Cool. I'm glad you think it looks great, Dave, and we'll have to maybe chat about that. See if you're going to get one and add it to your studio. I am looking into a live stream, Freddie, for my trip. If you guys have not heard, I picked up another client, and I'm going to be going to an RV manufacturing plant about 5 hours down in Oregon from here. Hopefully the weather will hold up for a 2-day shoot. So 3 nights in a hotel, which I don't like that much, but 2-day shoot. So we'll be on the factory floor. There's 5 different brands available there, and I am hoping to go live. If I do go live, it'll be from my cell phone. And if I can get access to good internet, and I don't know yet, so it's going to be up in the air, and it'll be something that I'll announce like 24 hours after arriving at the factory if I do that. If not, I will come back with some footage and some stories, couple interviews, so you guys will be included in that trip as well. Some of it will be confidential, I can't share, but a lot of it I will be able to share, so I'm excited about that, and thank you for asking that question, Freddie. So any other questions? So pretty cool. Facecam Pro, not an inexpensive webcam in any sense. So check out the Facecam Pro. It does have 4K 60 frames per second. It has, some are saying, the best ever web camera picture. Again, it's a webcam. So the only way to get that into your show, if you are like me and you're live streaming and using an ATEM, is that you'll have to bring it in through OBS or some app through your PC, HDMI into your live show. So again, has no HDMI out, so keep that in mind. If you do buy a Insta360 web camera link, which I have as my Skycam, or if you're going to purchase something like that. So I want to go back to this 3 box here again before we go. So let's see, I should be able to enable this real quick. Chat off the air. Okay, so this is my Skycam. I want to do this in more than one box, so let's see what happens right there. Where is my 3 box? Right there. Okay. So that bottom camera down there is my sky cam, and I can literally go around the room with that camera. That was a close-up. I had the gear on my desk tonight for the intro video. That'll shoot over to my Batmobile. That'll shoot over to my other Batman on my shelf, which is right over my shoulder. I can shoot into that BenQ right here. So I have a monitor that can do 4 inputs. It's my HyperDeck up there. This is my PC desktop computer. This is my laptop computer. So 2 computer screens there. And then this is my multi-view. And then I can change this back to multi-view. So you can see now I have multi-view up there. But again, I love the fact that this tool is available to me. I can also do this. And then that is the monitor that I have over here. And that shows you the video and the recording happening. And so I love this device. And so the reason I'm not using the face cam is that Insta 360 link is just really cool. I can move it around the room. Even right now, if I wanted to, I can grab the knob here and move it around the room. And you can see up above my desk, up on the shelf, up there's Batman, there's a softbox up there. And then I can bring it back to one of those locations that I preset. So I love that little device. And again, it's coming in OBS, and I'm sharing OBS full screen, and that's what you're seeing. I also shrink it down to use it in my intro video. So I'm basically in OBS, so I can grab the corners right now and then just shrink this down and transition. And you can see I can move it around in OBS. I'm just sharing OBS full screen. And in the outro reel, I had it really tiny, somewhere down here in the very bottom corner, so I can lay it over top of my intro still image, and I can use my chat on the air feature, which puts that full screen. So I can have it up there, or I can switch over in OBS to chat and put chat on the air. Let's hit one of these. There's David's hi. And so that's how I bring my chat on the air. You're just seeing it in a box, but I can lay it in a key on top of the screen when I'm not using this particular feature, which is I'm not using chat normally when I'm using my Insta360 camera. So I have to pick what's in OBS. So again, I can switch back to my Insta360 camera, bring it back full screen or close to full screen, transition over, and now I'm back. So I love that little camera. It's a great tool to have in the studio. Also, if I have someone in a Zoom call, I can access that camera and move it around the office to show different things over my shoulder. That's why it's situated up there, so I can explain to people my layout of my studio if necessary. So let's go back to Mina logo, and we will switch chat back on the air and wrap this thing up. Well, we don't want that on the air. So like I said, if I have the Insta360 on and not chat, then that's what I get on the air. And again, I'm using OBS. Now if I put it on the air, I have David's comment there from earlier. So we highlighted David tonight a little bit extra. So thank you, David, for joining me. I love it. So any last comments that you guys have? Did you enjoy that stream? If you did, please hit like. Again, if you are listening to this after it was live or you're right now listening, you can chat with us too if you subscribe. I have subscriber only on, but please subscribe and like the video. It's over there. And share it if you are so inclined. I would appreciate it. So, okay, well, I hope you guys have an amazing couple of weeks. We're looking forward here in the United States to the holiday Thanksgiving, and plan on having lots of family here. We've been having extra family gatherings in November at my house, and that's been fun, sitting around the table and chatting and talking, trying to just spend some extra time reconnecting. So that's still going to happen tonight. So that will be exciting as well. And I hope you guys will be celebrating the holidays in some special way, because it is winter in the United States. In the part I live in Washington, I think it was down to 32 or 33 degrees today. So quite cold. Thank you, Freddie. I really appreciate it and love your support, and can't wait till we hear more about what you're going to be doing in your studio. Again, thank you, Bill. I appreciate it very, very much, and it's always great to have you in the live streams. So lots of things happening around my world, and it'll be fun to share some of those things with you, as well as Christopher and I are still talking about putting together his Batman motorcycle, 2022 Batman. So that may be a behind the scenes stream. If we can make that happen, we're talking about that. He's very busy selling this time of year. He's a solar panel seller. And so if you know someone in the United States that's in one of the states that Solgen covers, I think they have Texas and Idaho and a number of states around this part of the United States. He does that for a living and gets really busy calling people after dinner at night. So to help them with their solar panels and their paperwork to get them all ready to have them installed. So, but hopefully he'll be back on the show very soon. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully you've learned a little bit about the face cam, a little bit about the Elgato Stream Deck Plus, and quite a bit about the new Tilta Mirage, which has been out for a while, but it's new to me. Matte box and how you can drop filters in. We'll be showing you 4x5 filters in the future. It's a cool tool. I can't wait to be using it on the fly in Dallas, Oregon at the end of the month. So, okay, well, anything else? Any questions? No Q&A tonight? Okay, it's been an hour and a half. It's been great. As usual, we'll be back live again next Tuesday. Hopefully, we'll have a special post show planned for you as well. And it will be an absolute blast to be together again. And thank you to Doug for your kind words. I appreciate it. So my thought for the day, everybody said a couple weeks ago I got on a soapbox, so I apologize for that. But my thought for today as we go is, you can think about things that are positive, or you can think about things that are negative. We have plenty of both if we really stop and think about it. Here's the deal. The more you can put in and more you can share out of positive things, the more things you have to look forward to. And I loved a video I watched. Dave Anderson basically said, if you don't know your why, you get lost. Basically, you don't know your way. So hopefully you have a why you get up every morning. And if you'd like to know more about that, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. But until then, we're together again. You guys have an amazing week. I am Keith. This is Life Journey Productions Studios. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you all in the next video, I hope.